This is the all new, oh, it's too hot. God. It's like 100 degrees out here. Naked, really naked, Tesla Model Y. So I heard a rumor that there's an all new Model Y, and it's supposed to be like 25 to 30K, decent miles, stripped down version, so like loses pretty much everything, but it's supposed to be much more affordable. But with the current Model Y already being pretty reasonably priced, I mean, how much cheaper can they get? So this is it. This is called the Model Y Standard, and it's naked and new. But is that a good thing? So already, I'm sure you know, no light bar. The crazy thing is there were rumors when the Model Y Juniper was coming out that it was gonna kind of look like this. We didn't expect to be a full Cybertruck style themed light bar here. And look, now they just went back to the rumors, which is crazy. And another rumor I heard was we're gonna be getting reflector headlights, saves on cost. No, if you look down here, there's still projector headlights, high beams, turn signals. It's all located inside of here. But one con, no matrix headlights, which means no adaptive high beams. So you do lose on one key feature there. The crazy thing is, I just turned the lights on, the daytime light turns off, becomes the turn signal. The headlights are still insanely bright. And you still have auto high beams, which is a good thing, because that's all software related. Overall, it still looks like an amazing housing. I love the look of it. With the daytime running lights on, the front looks sexy, it looks beautiful. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the design of the front. Another rumor I heard was they're gonna get rid of some of the tech stuff, like no front-facing camera. Well, here it is. You still get the front-facing camera in the Model Y. And from this point of view, it looks very, very similar to the current Model Y, except again, like I said, the bumper is just the bumper, and the headlights house all like the signal lights and everything like that. But you still get a front-facing camera, because one thing that Tesla was saying, and I'll talk about this in a second, was how they wanted to make sure they keep the root of Tesla and still make it a good vehicle at a reasonable price. Now the new Model Y Standard at least gets an automatic frunk. I'm just kidding, it's not. Oh my God, wow. That's the first time I saw under the hood of that thing. That thing is naked. Now, you don't get an automatic frunk, but it's all controlled through the screen, same thing. Look at this. I wonder how much money they saved. You don't get a drain plug. It's literally just a cloth piece with plastic. You still have a tow hook, but that's about it. Now, one thing to note is that they could have got rid of the frunk entirely and saved even more money, but they said one of the roots of Tesla is being able to have a lot of storage space. So this only has 1 cubic feet of storage space less than the current Tesla Model Y. And part of it is due to a much smaller frunk size. Now with the normal Model Y, we can fit a standard size carry-on in the frunk. This is a pretty hefty backpack, looks like a carry-on size. Is it gonna fit? Let's see. I think it's gonna fit. It fits, and it closes differently too. With the normal Model Ys, you have to kind of click it closed. This one actually just slams shut. What the, that's a new feature. But look how naked this is. You can see the headlights here. You can see all the padding, the sound dampening material. And then here's another thing they got rid of, the HEPA filter. So unfortunately, while you do have the carbon filters inside the cabin, you do not have a HEPA filter anymore in the standard Model Ys. So it's just like you get the space, but not like the space. It's weird. Look at this. Look how open the space is here for your windshield washer fluid. So it's just more cut. They bolted it down so we can't see what's underneath there. I'm so curious. Yeah, it's just, look at, that's crazy. That is surprising. Frunk seal that there used to be. So that's completely gone. No frunk seal here. There are little changes, and I think they did a lot of cost-saving stuff to get rid of certain things. But surprisingly, not a lot of road noise when I was driving on the freeway. So I mean, you give and take, right? Your pricing is much cheaper, which we'll talk about in a second. But then you don't have a HEPA filter. You still get a frunk, which is awesome. I'm glad they still kept a frunk for us. But unfortunately, the frunk is not waterproof, and water can get in during heavy rainfall. Now, the side of the vehicle actually looks pretty much the same. It doesn't seem like there's a big difference on the side. You still have that same skull cap cover, that new Model Y Juniper refresh. You still have the same side camera, same side repeater. The wheels are different though. Now they have two options now. They have a new 18-inch aperture wheel. It's supposed to be very aerodynamic, Cybertruck themed, and Tesla says it offers the least rolling resistance than any other Tesla. This is the same 19-inch wheels that we have in the Tesla Model Y currently. Same cover, same everything. does decrease your miles though. So at 100%, you're hitting 303 miles with the 19-inch upgrade. If I were you, I would just go for the 18-inchers. I like the look of it. And the beauty with all these changes so far, they're able to increase aerodynamics by 5%, which is pretty cool. Now with the current Model Y, it's some sort of advanced multi-link suspension. With this one, it is the normal, with this one is the, I gotta check my, I'm not Kyle from Out of Spec, I don't know this stuff. All I know is it comfortable? Is it a comfortable ride or not? And do I have good handling? This has the standard multi-link suspension. So it's supposed to be very similar to the legacy Model Ys. I know what you're thinking, the nausea-inducing suspension. But surprisingly, it drives. Sorry, I can't talk about it yet. I'm under an NDA, but stay tuned. It feels almost the same height as the normal Model Ys, even though suspension is slightly different. So it's not like the car is lower or higher. And I still have lots of space to get in and out, which is why I like Tesla Model Y so much. But here's something you probably didn't even know and realize. And I still am kind of confused by it, but just let me show you. Coming up here, you'll see that the roof is actually still a glass roof. Look at that. Standard Model Y with the glass roof. That's right. But when you look inside, you can't see out there because it's covered with cloth. And we asked Tesla, if you guys are trying to save money, why would you still use a glass roof but not let people see above? So they said because whatever glass supplier they use, it's actually cheaper to still use the glass roof. Less paint to deal with. They've already built so many Model Ys already. So being able to place the glass roof on here is very, very easy and cheap for them to do. And for the interior, people are gonna love it because they covered it so you get better insulation, which decreases your AC usage, improving efficiency. Now, another thing, with the new Tesla Model Ys, they use like a dual laminated glass acoustic. However, this one, they went back to the roots, to the OG roots as the original Tesla Model Y. It's single pane. Look at this. Single pane laminated tempered glass in the front and the rears. But again, when I was on the highway going 70 miles per hour, it was pretty quiet. So far, even though this Tesla is supposed to be the more naked version, it's not so naked. Is this gonna be an automatic charge port door or a manual charge port door? Automatic! But unfortunately, one con is they did reduce the supercharging power from 250 kilowatts down to 225, which is unfortunate, but not bad compared to other EVs. It charges 162 miles in 15 minutes, which isn't bad. Not great, but it's decent. The crazy thing is, this is still a rear-wheel drive motor. They also sell a normal Tesla Model Y rear-wheel drive that does 15 minutes supercharging with 182 miles. So it is a pretty significant gap, but that's just something to note. But here's actually the coolest part of the Tesla, which I love, the rears. Look at this, completely redesigned. So you don't get that diffused light bar that the Juniper has. It's also like kind of cut off here, but it kind of gives like a BMW vibe to it. And it has like these ridges, so it looks like it's like a mirror image. And I really like that look. It's subtle, but it looks really, really nice. You have your brake lights here, and you have the Tesla logo in all black right here. It looks clean, it looks good. They redesigned it slightly for better aerodynamics. So the camera is just placed in a different angle. You can kind of see here the camera is like in this weird spot. Normally it's angled like kind of here, closer, but they kind of put the camera where the light bar was. Doesn't really matter too much. I don't know why. I'm in Texas, right? I don't know why all the Cybertruck loaners that we got, the Model Ys, it's all from Florida. But this is the back of it, and it looks very similar, but just so much sleeker. I love this black thing. It just looks cooler in my opinion. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I just like the look of the all black here. It looks sick. I kind of want to black out mine. That's how cool it looks. No more yellow lights in the tail lights. If the lights are on, the signal lights, this lights up. So it's different. Okay. What the? Oops. Looks like we got some technical difficulties already with our loaner. Looks like you also don't get an automatic trunk opening. Oh, you do? Looks like you get it. So it's like the tech stuff. It's super cool. You still get an automatic trunk that opens, even though it's like a standard cheaper one. Now with the new Model Y, I liked how they had two motors so that it opened much better, reduced the panel gaps, quality control issues. Did they cheap out and put one motor like the old Tesla Model Y? They did not. Still have two motors, two wires for full power. Look at the cup holders. Now the trunk, we still have that huge sub-trunk space. So it's all pretty much the same, because that's what they mean by only 1 cubic feet of storage space less. It's the exact same trunk as a normal Model Y. That's awesome. You don't get a partial shelf. I think you have to pay an upgrade for. It looks like this piece is also redesigned. Cheap plastic before they wrap it in carpet to reduce road noise and sounds. But for the standard, you get like that cheap looking plastic here. That makes it a little bit louder, but it's not too bad. They combined the old Model Y with the new Model Y. So you still get felt here, but then all here, it's all cheap plastic. And then that's gonna create more echo in your cabin. But again, the big thing is because you don't have a glass roof inside, it's still quieter. So like you give and take, right? Overall, not bad in the trunk. Now, where's the button? You can't recline the second row seats from here anymore. And that's another big cost saving thing, right? You can't even manually recline it from the trunk like in the old Model Y. So the only way is to go to the second row and lower it there. At least you still get a 12-volt outlet here. So that's nice. Naked indeed. So you can lower the middle row, which is nice if you have skis or golf clubs or something long. And then if we want to lower this one, it lowers just like that. Another minor difference, I don't know how much cost savings it is, but they used to have like 2 bumpers, so it sits better. Now they only have 1 plastic bumper here when the trunk lid closes. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it is something to note. But let's check out the interior because it's so cool, as well as the tech. For a standard edition Model Y, do you think they made the tech cheaper and removed a ton of features? Do you think the doors are the same? Nothing cheap, right? They didn't like make it different? Nope, still the same, thank God. Now, when you come into the interior of the standard Model Y, it's different. It's same, but different, but naked. All new interior. It's not cheap plastic, it's a soft vinyl. You also have a textile fabric here. You also get this here. However, one difference again, and that's why I like the new Model Y, is the sound dampening. They made sure everywhere there was no hard plastic. You have the hard plastic here, and before it's supposed to be lined with carpet in here, but it's now hard plastic here as well. So definitely some compromises to make it more of a cheaper version. But overall, I've seen some competitively priced vehicles and the plastic that they use and the quality just seems much cheaper. This one surprisingly looks very premium still. It's a car that like, it seems cheaper, but it's not. And one thing you know, no RGB lighting. So no RGB lighting in the standard edition, unfortunately. And then you're thinking like, where's the speakers? You got 1 speaker here, 1 speaker here. Where are all the speakers at? You lose a lot of speakers in the standard edition. 7 speakers versus like 15 in a sub in the all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, newer premium Model Y. But I'm curious if they tweaked the sound so it still sounds good. I got my mic here with 32-bit recording. I'm gonna keep everything flat so you guys can really hear how it sounds. I'm aiming for the sky. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. So no tweeter in here anymore. You still get the deep bass with the bigger woofer here, and you also have speakers in the back. Something's in the air. I can feel it everywhere. Sun is rising. We're the people. Let's be new people. There's so much. I'm aiming for the sky. Don't let me down. That's the standard sound system, and it is bumping. You don't have to max out the bass. There's no sub, but no sub is needed. It's clear, you could hear it, and you know a good sound system is good when you put it all on flat and it still sounds good. Minor tweaks are needed if you want to adjust from everyone's sound profile. I've tested some premium sound systems, and this is still really, really good. And the first thing you notice, cloth sheep seats. What is this?
12 seconds later.
Surprisingly, the cloth seats are very comfortable. The cool thing with the cloth seats though is they didn't just make it the entire thing cloth seats. Tesla said they took inspiration from the Tesla Semi when creating these seats. So they're stain resistant, durable. I like how they did the leather here, the cloth in the major areas, and it's very comfortable. It's 98 degrees right now, and it still doesn't feel like I have sweaty back syndrome. It is heated seats, but not ventilated. And it's not a performance seat, of course. You're not gonna get the crazy side bolsters. This is the same seat as the normal, like, updated one. Now, go ahead and look down. Where did it go? Nothing. Classic Tesla, right? They remove stuff, they add stuff. It's so funny. No more seat adjustments anywhere. Passenger, driver, nothing. It's all done in the screen And that's kind of like the annoying part for me because I like to adjust on the fly. You don't know how many times I put my hand here and there's like just naked, nothing. They have a dedicated button for you now, and you can quickly control it with the steering wheel, or you can just press this on the screen here. I asked the Tesla engineers and they said, since your driver profile remembers your seat position in any Tesla, the idea is once you set it, you should never have to touch it again. That's why they got rid of the manual controls. But let me know what you think in the comments below. So now you don't have any physical controls to adjust your seats. I don't know how much money they're saving there. The steering wheel. There's no way to adjust. Where's the wheel thing? Standard edition gets a standard manual adjusting steering wheel. Look at this. In, out, up, down. Look at this, it's manual in a Tesla. I'm sure it costs more money to put a mechanical thing in there. So that's probably why one of the cost saving measures, but it's interesting. A lot of people actually like manual, like it's easy to adjust instead of having to go like, it works, it does the job, it works. And in the steering wheel itself, you still have your auto high beams, you still have your gear signal, wiper blades, cameras. So this itself is the exact same, there's no difference here. But moving on, we still got, looks like floor mats might be included in the naked standard edition. Can you imagine if they just give it to you like bare bones? I think floor mats are included. I hope. I still don't know. I should have asked Tesla, dang it. They still lined most of the stuff with that fabric, so it does decrease a lot of that road noise, so it's a much quieter cabin. So that is very nice. It's completely different here. This is like Cybertruck themed. But look, they have a nice cubby here now, so you can put like your purse, water, lunchbox, whatever you want. Here it's open. The wireless charger has been relocated as well. They're probably thinking 0 to 60 in 6.8 seconds. There's no way the phone is gonna fly off like the other models. Like if you floor it, the phone will fly off if it was at this angle. But because the car is so slow, it's not gonna happen. Charging test. Is it charging? It is charging. So we got juice. The juice is loose. Now, because it's redesigned in an empty hole here, you still get cup holders, which is good. And it still maintains that Tesla-esque theme. You still have the same screen, which is good. A couple of new features, which is a good and bad thing. I'll talk about that in a second. Center console is still good. One USB-C port. No 12-volt outlet, just a USB-C port. That's pretty much it. I wonder if they made it a manual glove box, because that'll save some money, right? Actually, I don't know. Let's see. I don't see anything. Is it on the screen still? Oh yeah, it's still get, what? It's just hard plastic in here, so it is a little bit cheaper. No fabric or anything like that. Not too bad. Look at this. They don't even have the right user manual yet. This is for the normal Model Y. It's the same, but different, right? And I thought like they were gonna get rid of all the air vents, all manual, but thank God you still get the airwave vent all the way here, which is awesome. Fabric here, you still got that textile material, so it feels good. Do you think they got rid of the mirror in here and then they just replaced it? Let's see. Oh. Nice. So they still have that, you still get the mirror. This is the exact same here. You still get lights here, camera's still here. So this is all the same. But look at this. And I'm sure people are gonna be so happy because people are like, oh, my head, it's gonna burn, it's so hot. Surprisingly, in the new Model Y though, the metallic tint does a great job at rejecting heat. So look, it's quiet, it's all fabric. Let's see if it decreases some of the headspace. So I'm 6'3", I'm all the way down, and I have a solid 5 finger widths of headspace. Of course, you lose the visibility here, but it's so freaking hot, 98 degrees, and I feel okay. You still have your window switches here, all automatic. I thought it would have been really funny if they did manual door handles, like a cranking one. I thought that would have been hilarious. I wonder how much cheaper this car would have been. I think it would have actually hit the 36K mark. One thing that is manual now, the mirrors, bro. What I love about Tesla is it remembers your location, so if you pull into your garage, it automatically folds the mirrors. Now, if you wanna do it, you gotta get in there and manually fold that bad boy. That's right. These are OG Toyota Camry style folding mirrors, which is, I guess, kind of good. Decreases some of the wear and tear on the motor, but I thought that's just so funny. Manual. Now in the second row, same thing, you got that textile material, you still have a speaker here. Inside of here is, again, hard plastic, no more of that soft material. Manual door release is still here, it's plastic, so it's a little bit different. You pop it off, and you can pull the door here like that. This isn't my car, so I'm gonna put this back right there. Tesla, if you're watching, I'm sorry, I didn't break anything, I swear. You still have fabric here, but again, you have hard plastic here, Very similar to the legacy Tesla Model Y, interestingly. You don't get any pockets here. So there's no seat back pockets. So it's now just super flat. Coming in right here, very comfortable still. Looking up here, you don't have a coat hook or a coat hanger or anything like that. It's just the LED light and no rear screen. That saved a ton of money for them. They did redesign the vents. 2 USB-C ports. You still have tons of space for your legs here. Now, I'm 6'3". I was sitting there comfortably. I'm back here now. I still have a solid 2 finger widths of knee space and 2 finger widths of headspace back here. Now, one funny thing is if you want to recline the seats, manually recline it. There's a little lever here, you pull it, and I can still recline. So that's nice. I'm glad I could still recline so I could be very comfortable in the back here. And then this is a funny one. If you want to get the cup holders down, you know, just hang out, the whole seat comes. So normally it's like this piece here that pops out. To save money, they made it so the whole thing is here. So you're literally, you get access to trunk, but you got your cup holders, but it works, right? You can still have cup holders here. So it's actually kind of thoughtfully designed how they did it. So now you can see how naked the new Tesla Model Y is. But let's see if they changed a lot of the tech features. So one of the gold standards of Tesla is their Autopilot system, right? You push a button, even if it's free, stays in the lane, also adjusts speed distance, so it does really, really good. And then you can upgrade to Tesla's full self-driving, which changes lanes for you, exits the highway, drives on local city streets. I love it and it works great, especially in unfamiliar areas. They changed it up with the standard edition. Now, all you have is traffic-aware cruise control. It'll stop and slow down if there's a car in front of you, but it will not stay in the lane. So you don't get any of the cool features where it stays in the lane automatically and you can be hands-free. And this is interesting because this is the first time in a Tesla Model Y 3 that the free basic Autopilot no longer auto steers. When I spoke to Tesla, they said the reason why they did what they did was because they want more people to get into Tesla's full self-driving. Because the price of the vehicle is already kind of low, they want you to upgrade to full self-driving. So with the new naked Model Y, you gotta steer yourself unless you pay for full self-driving. But let's dive into the settings, because the cool thing is, even though this is a standard naked Tesla Model Y, they kept pretty much everything that's in all the other car models, even the most expensive model. So let's dive in. So we still get the same snappy UI, super responsive. I love this. We still have navigation, still compatible to charge at any Tesla supercharger. You have weather. Oh my God, it's so hot here. The same exact layout. At the bottom here, we have a couple new buttons. So we don't have ventilated seats. We still have heated seats, which is awesome. And a heated steering wheel, which is huge. It's not extra, it's included, heated steering wheel. But this is the button that adjusts the seat controls. And then click here for mirrors and steering to adjust that. So that is a new button that's only available in the standard edition. If you go here to controls, our lights, we have auto high beams. We still have auto wiper blades, which is nice. Dynamics, we can still choose acceleration. Deceleration, they allow you to choose standard or reduced. But one thing you lose is the ability to adjust the steering feel because the steering wheel is now manual. You still have traction control. You still have auto shift out of beta. Trailer mode still. You can still tow the exact same amount as you can with any other Tesla. You have low power mode, keep accessory power on. All these are the same. You can still use your phone as a key. You still have the My Queue if you want to connect that. The crazy thing is, even though this is a standard model, it's still good for cold climates. You still have a charge port heater, which is cool. You can still adjust the headlights, all digital here, not manual. I thought it would be manual. Battery health, nice. But software, it's like, look, it's all the same. Navigation, trip, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Dog mode, you still have camp mode. Audio, no sub, but you have that bass. You have all this stuff still that is classic of Tesla, which is amazing. They didn't take away stuff and make you pay for upgrades. Front-facing camera, Sentry mode. You still have the AMD Ryzen chip. There's like no difference. Heat pump. So while they compromised on the physical stuff, they made sure to keep the root of Tesla, which is tech. So how much does the standard Model Y cost? Now, it's only available in the US. So anyone else, I'm sorry, you can't get the standard Model Y. The starting price, $40,000. That makes it almost $5,000 cheaper than the more premium rear-wheel drive vehicle. And it's almost $9,000 cheaper than their all-wheel drive model. You still get fast charging speeds, you still get very decent miles, you still get all the tech of a Tesla, but they did strip a couple of stuff. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. The sound system's still good, I love the look of the standard edition. I wish they had a standard edition premium edition because I love the look of the standard edition, but I wish I had some features like being able to fold the second row, because for me that's huge. We have dogs, I want to be able to do it quickly on the fly, and those automatic folding of the rear seats is clutch. I know a lot of other car brands, they nickel and dime you for everything. Heated steering wheel, to add any other extra feature, you have to pay extra. So I'm glad Tesla still kept the main stuff, and that's what makes Tesla Tesla. It's affordable and premium at a reasonable price. So do I think it's worth it? I think if money is tight, but you still want an electric vehicle and you want to dip your feet into the Tesla market, I think the standard Model Y is a great choice. However, make sure you test drive the newer Juniper, more premium model that's not as naked and see what the difference is. Because personally for me, I could do with the RGB lighting, I could do without like a couple of other stuff. So honestly, I think the standard is a great option. But really, at the end of the day, what do you guys think? Do you like or love the standard edition Tesla Model Y? And make sure to subscribe for how it actually drives coming soon.